this next song, I'm gonna do a sad one. I gave you one that was kind of a little up. This one's a little slower. But about 3 years ago, I had the honor and privilege of playing a celebration of life ceremony for a 97-year-old World War II veteran. And I didn't know him. I didn't know the family. But it was being held at a winery that I at the time played at pretty regularly. And the family had asked the owners if they knew any fat guys who could sing classic country songs. And I was available. So they called me and I talked to them and we figured it out. And I got to the funeral, and when you play funerals or things of that nature, it's not your job to talk to or console the family in any way, shape, or form. It's your job to show up, play the songs that they want to hear, get your check, and go home. They don't know you. They don't care if you think and tell them that their loved one's in a better place or he's not hurting no more or anything like that. They don't want to hear that. They're grieving, and that's what I fully planned on doing. But it took me about 5 minutes to become emotionally invested in this man's life. You see, every time somebody got up to tell a story, it was a personal story about how he affected their lives. But no matter what, every story ended with talking about how much him and his wife just absolutely loved each other. And they said you'd see him out in public holding hands and kissing each other and sitting on the same side of the booth in their 90s. And I thought that was beautiful. And so I had written down a line in my phone that turned out to be the first line of this song. But the last story that was told, they said that they checked him into hospice care, and every night at 5 o'clock she would come in, watch TV, spend time with him for about 2 hours, and she'd go home. Well, this went on for 2.5 weeks, and if you know anything about hospice care, 2.5 weeks is a mighty long time to be in hospice care. But she remained faithful, and every night she was there. And so one night she came in and spent time with him. She was getting ready to leave, and then said she got to the door frame and she stopped. And she turned around, she walked back to his bedside, picked up his hand, looked into the eyes of the man that she had spent her whole life with. And she said, "W.O. baby, I don't know what you're waiting on. But if you're waiting on somebody to tell you that I'm going to be okay and that's all right for you to go," she said, "I'm telling you now, it's okay." And so she kissed her husband and walked out the door, and he went peacefully into sleep about 2 hours later. And by the way, they told that story and then said, "Now this guy's going to sing some songs." I'm over there in fucking tears, and I've never met the man, and I'm just like, what the? And so, you know, but I played all the songs they wanted, and the next morning I got up and I wrote this song. So this song's called "When We're Old." Will you hold my hand when we're old? When the color of your hair fades from gold, will you cling tight to me when you're cold? Will you hold my hand when we're old? Will you walk with me when I'm slow? As the years go by, will our love grow? And tell me, is this something you know? Will you walk with me when I'm slow? I knew when I saw you in that dress, you won my heart without contest. And time will put our love to the test. I knew when I saw you in that dress. Will you dance with me when the lights go down? When the band is done and we don't hear a sound, when the bar's closed and no one's around, will you dance with me when the lights go down? So this next part was written when the song was written. But we decided to cut it out of the recording because we didn't want this song to be a memory of his passing, but about the love that him and his wife shared. So this is my Garth Brooks live-only verse that is nowhere near as fun as any Garth Brooks live-only verse. I still put flowers on your grave. Me and the kids drive by today, and I just can't wait until the day I put these flowers on this grave. I'll still hold your hand when I'm old. When the color of your hair fades from gold, and I'll cling tight to you when you're cold. I'll still hold your hand